Marlo Hampton's home was broken into, and is Sheree dating Martell Holt from Love and Marriage Huntsville? Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, your #1 source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Yes, we are back in the studio, and we will be live later today for a Real Housewives of Atlanta recap of the latest episode. Lots of thoughts on that. And of course, we will be recapping Married to Medicine later this evening. So be sure to set your reminders. Be sure to follow me on social media so that way you don't miss out on anything that I might be talking about. So in regards to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, last night while I was on a flight coming back to New York, I was like, uh-oh. Marlo Hampton's in the news? Okay, so Marlo is in the news this week, and it's not for anything related to the Real Housewives. It's related to someone trying to break into her home. Four men that have been breaking into celebrity homes for many, many weeks now. So this is what Radar Online is reporting. They said Marlo Hampton revealed this week that she was home with her 2 nephews in Atlanta. So the nephews are back. The 30 days must be up. When a group of masked men armed with weapons kicked down the door to her home. The shocking and startling revelation came shortly after the Sandy Springs Police Department announced that they had arrested 4 suspects believed to be behind upwards of 15 home invasions over the course of the past year in Atlanta. Here's the crazy part to me, and this is why we need black media, because this next sentence, I'm going to read it to you as Radar posted it, but I'm looking at, wait, was Future's home, baby's mom was home raided? I think they're referring to Marlo Hampton. According to WSB-TV, the Sandy Springs Police Department ultimately arrested the 4 men, all suspected to be gang members, after they attempted to break into a townhouse owned by the mother of one of rapper Future's children. So I was like, wait a second, maybe that's a separate case, because there have been multiple celebrities that have been invaded over the last year. But they go on to say, a quote from Marlo: "When I heard the boom, when I heard my nephew scream, and I knew that scream was a scream of fear, my heart dropped," Hampton told WSB-TV regarding the unsettling incident that went down the night of July 1st. She continues, "I just thank God, and we're covered in the blood of Jesus, and I'm here to share this story with you. But my main concern is I want all the ladies, I want everyone to be aware. If you are posting items, if you do have luxury items, be careful." So at no point do we understand why Future's baby's mother was brought up in this situation. Do they think that Marlo Hampton is she Future's baby's mother? Okay. Anyways, back to this. The 4 men arrested were also suspected of targeting the homes of, quote, high-profile entertainment, sports, or social media figures. The SSPD are reportedly investigating if these are the same men who broke into the home of rapper Gunna in March.
Yeah, this involves many crimes, an ongoing investigation, and high-profile victims. One of them, Marlo Hampton of Real Housewives of Atlanta fame, who told me she watched on her security system as armed, masked men kicked her door down, making a loud boom.
When I heard the boom, when I heard my nephew scream, and I knew that scream was a scream of fear, my heart dropped.
Real Housewives of Atlanta star Marlo Hampton says she's a real crime victim after the attempted burglary of her Sandy Springs home July 1st that police have now told her is tied to other incidents. She said she went to a panic room, called 911. The suspects who kicked her door and fled, possibly because she yelled. Sandy Springs police were there quickly, and she thanks God.
Just thank God that we're covered in the blood of Jesus, and I'm here to share this story with you. But my main concern is I want all the ladies, I want everyone to be aware. If you are posting items, if you do have luxury items, be careful.
I'm just happy that nothing happened to Marlo. Apparently the armed men were spooked by her response to them breaking into her home, and they didn't get anything. But this is a scary situation. Home invasions, this is a scary situation. I've also seen some people speculating, why isn't this home invasion getting as much attention as Dorit's home invasion? And this is actually real. That's a whole other conversation, but we're talking about it. We're talking about it. I believe the situation. Marlo is a lot of different things, and we're going to talk about it during our recap. But this is a real situation. This was multiple celebrities in Atlanta were being robbed. This is so crazy. Stay safe out there, guys, and stop posting all your wares on social media. Speaking of posting your wares on social media, let's talk about Sheree Whitfield. So Sheree Whitfield, who we've said lacks proper judgment, and now it's confirmed because multiple rumors and video footage of Sheree hand in hand in Huntsville with Martell Holt have surfaced. Let me get into what the report is saying. This is coming from our friends over at Showbiz Cheat Sheet. They said season 14 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta has chronicled Sheree Whitfield's relationship with her longtime prison bae, Tyrone Gillums, unraveling. All right. After being released from prison, Whitfield's happily ever after quickly became a nightmare. The two have since split, and things have become tenser since the season began airing. And I know Sheree spoke about her relationship with Tyrone on Watch What Happens Live this week. Sheree, I don't know why you are not prepared for these questions, because the humana that we got from you about She by Sheree, about your relationship with Tyrone, and the way she's throwing Tyrone under the bus, I'm just like, I know Tyrone's a scammer, but Sheree, you are less than smart. Especially now that you're trying to get with another reality TV star that is a known cheater. I don't think that, look, I believe people can grow and change. I don't think that Martell has grown and changed. This just happened. Like, girl, there's so many men in the sea. I know Martell's a good looking man, but there's other things going on with Martell that are a red flag. There are more red flags around Martell than there are around Louis from Real Housewives of New Jersey. And there are a lot of red flags around him. All right, let me continue. So, but Whitfield isn't crying over Gillums any longer, as she's confirmed she's casually dating and was recently spotted holding hands with Love and Marriage Huntsville star Martell Holt. So she was on Watch What Happens Live and revealed that she is dating someone. So Chi continues to say, during Whitfield's appearance on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen on July 17th, Cohen asked her the number one question from the audience: how would you describe your love life right now? Whitfield confirmed she's definitely dating. I am actually really enjoying getting to know someone in particular. It appears that someone is Martell Holt.
When Sheree talked about getting stood up by Tyrone, Mama Joyce pointed a knife at her and said, you got to block him forever. And while you shouldn't gesture with sharp objects, Mama Joyce's advice was on point. I want to find out if Sheree took it to heart in Throw Us a Tie Bone. So when was the last time you two were in contact?
It was a couple months ago. Since I've been, I did a scene in Philly.
Yes.
I've not heard.
Humana.
Well, no. Will we see him in the finale?
No, since it's aired.
Oh, okay.
So he was calling prior to that.
You have not heard from him since that aired. No. Okay. Why did you two really decide to be celibate? Was the sex not good?
It was horrible.
It was horrible.
No.
Okay.
You are too beautiful for that.
No, and I realized one day, I'm like, I'm not going to spend the rest of my life just not satisfied. You know?
Okay. And are you satisfied now?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Did he ever meet the kids, even virtually?
He met Callie. No, he met them at the show.
Oh, he met them when he came in the later episodes. Okay. How do you feel being stood up in Philly affected you overall?
You know what? It made me reevaluate. Like, what are you doing? Like, how can you let somebody treat you like that?
Okay.
And it kind of opened my eyes, and I started getting back into me.
Okay.
According to Empress Radio, a fellow YouTube blogger shared some exclusive tea in a recent video complete with and photographic evidence of Sheree Whitfield and Martell Holt spending time together. According to several Instagram posts, Whitfield was hanging out with minister and businessman Chris Fletcher and his wife, which we've seen on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Fletcher is a close friend of Holt and previously counseled him and his ex-wife, Melody, before their split. The Alabama minister shared a photo with himself and Whitfield online, as well as one of Real Housewives of Atlanta OG and his wife. It's speculated Whitfield and Holt went on a double date with the Fletchers. The YouTube video also features personal cell phone video footage of a fan who spotted Holt and Whitfield holding hands before walking into a public restroom together. They then returned to a car with the video showing Holt opening the passenger side door for Whitfield. The video is not worth showing, really, to be honest with you, because it's hard to see and identify who is actually those people are. But I believe the person. And I do believe this because, as I said before, she has photographs of her being in Huntsville. Sheree, the perpetual, this is going to be your sound anytime I mention your name. You continue to make less than smart decisions. I know Atlanta is dry when it comes to heterosexual men, but girl, you went to Huntsville and you went to get Martell Holt. I hope this is a wham bam thank you ma'am and not a real relationship. At this point, you should be dating a minister or someone that is just off the radar. That's not a reality TV star. Are you trying to get a position on Love and Marriage Huntsville because you know that your peach is about to be spoiled for next season? So that might be smart. That might be smart, Sheree. That might be the one smart thing that you've done. Because we know that Ariane's not going to be featured, coleslaw, be featured on Love and Marriage Huntsville because of Melody. But I could see Melody saying, oh, we can have Sheree. Will this bring attention to Love and Marriage Huntsville? Was this a scheme that Carlos King set up? Oh my God, now it's all playing out and making sense to me. This is not a real relationship. This is Carlos King trying to produce something for season 4, season 5. I see it now. Am I interested? No. Because people weren't interested, even though I was really rooting for Sheree to come back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. But I'm starting to get, okay, Sheree might be scammer adjacent. I'm not calling her a scammer, but she's scammer adjacent. She really is. She was with Tyrone. He's convicted scammer adjacent. And her saying that her sleeping with Tyrone, it wasn't good. She just comes across as a bitter Betty. She comes across as, I bet that sex was good. I bet it was, but she would never say it. She would never say it because she has no respect for him. And a lot of you might agree with it. I just probably wouldn't answer the question because I'm not going to sit there and lie to the world, oh, the sex wasn't good when it was. Do I believe that it was good? I don't know. But Sheree, we all wanted to root for you. We all wanted to have She by Sheree happen. I told you all the rumors said that once this whole Tyrone storyline fell apart, Sheree was scrambling. Girl, you didn't have any intentions of bringing She by Sheree as part of your storyline for the season? Scrambling. She had that room from 2017 with the material. Girl, there was nothing between 2017 and 2022? I believe it. Sheree. Well, guys, you may not get Sheree for season 15 of Real Housewives of Atlanta, but you will get her for a new season of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Will this be the change that we need? No, I'm not interested. Sorry, Sheree. You and your scammer adjacent boyfriends. Guys, I want to know your reaction to our Marlo story and Sheree's new boo. Let's continue that conversation below. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.